Hey folks, it's Dave back playing some regular season basketball. Tonight I got a home and home between the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. 1990-91 season going on tonight. And yeah, if you're watching the live stream earlier tonight, yeah, we were unceremoniously dropped by YouTube. Apparently one of the videos I was playing, which might have been the Floby commercial, got flagged and they took the video down. The good news is there doesn't seem to be any repercussions from this. I didn't get any copyright strikes or any punishments from that. They just took down the video. But I didn't have any audio, so I thought it would be fine. But now I'll have to scale back quite a bit on some of the videos we're playing, and we were having a good time with that too when that got cut short. But such are the rules of YouTube. So anyway, here tonight I'm going to play some regular season basketball and try to cheer myself up between two teams I'm very neutral about. Okay, I really don't have a stake in the game like when I play a Boston team or if I play my Buffalo Braves. Oh, and by the way, Uncle Ron got me a Buffalo Braves t-shirt for my birthday, and that was on the stream that got cut off, unfortunately. So I'll put it on again maybe tomorrow night. But anyway, so we get some regular season basketball tonight. 1990-91 season, a home and home. The Pistons will roll the blue dice, and the Bulls will roll the red dice. I have the close game factor in here of 1 point, but actually 1 point, according to the directions, really doesn't matter. That's how close these teams are with a close game factor. I will factor in the rest chart. However, for the Bulls, it doesn't matter who's playing. There's no effect, but there is some effect for the Pistons. So here we go. And as you can see, there's a lot of negatives on the board. The Pistons on the road, their offense was minus 12, and the home defense for the Bulls was minus 5. So they get minus 17, the Pistons do, on the road. At home, the Bulls were solid, a plus 3 against a minus 3 defense for the Pistons on the road, so they only had to subtract 3. Different story for the Bulls when they go on the road. They were minus 6 offense, and the Pistons had a minus 13 for the defense. So Chicago Bulls on the road, boy, they get minus 19. Although the Pistons weren't much better, when they were at home, they were still a minus 12, so they were minus 17 for both. So that's how the modifiers went. So the Bulls have a decided advantage at home in Chicago. So let's get rolling here. Let's start things off. First roll of the game. Okay, 42. Oh, 4 and a 2 rather. And that gets them 4 points. And a 6-5 over here, and that gets them 10 points. So right out of the gate, it's 10-4 for the Bulls. Now, there's no modification for the rest chart with the 6-5, but let's check the 4-2, and that is nothing either. So for the Pistons, it would be Bedford, Henderson, Long, and Tree Rollins would not be playing in this game, but that does not result in any modification up or down. So we got the rest chart out of the way. We got the opening 3 minutes done, and the Bulls are leading this one. But now things have reversed. So this is going to be 9 here, and a 1 and a 1, the worst roll of the game. Wow. So look at that. Oh, I didn't put in the 5, did I? So 6-5 for 9 points and only 2, so it's 13. Wow. Big turnaround there. Big roll coming up. 2 and a 6 for the Pistons. So that gives them 8 points. No penalty on that. 6 and a 1 for 7. So the Pistons hanging in there despite their modifications. 62 now. Some big rolls. You like to see that. 6. And 56. Oh, that's a big quarter there for Jordan and company. So after the first quarter, the Bulls at home lead this one just by 1, 30-29. A 51. So that's good for 6 minus 2 is 4. And a 44 over here. So the Bulls will increase their lead to 38-33. And they're going to increase their lead again. Oh, no, maybe they won't. They have the minus here, so they will lose a point. So they only lead 45-41. First half coming to a close here. A couple of more rolls. 2 and a 5 for 5. And 12 points. That's a big number right there for the Bulls as they start to pull away. And they will pull away even more here at the end of the period. popping in 8 more. So at the half here in Chicago in 1990, it's Jordan and company, Jordan and Grant and Cartwright taking it to the Pistons. They have Isaiah and Johnson and Dumars and Tree Rollins. Tree Rollins is actually not playing in this game. So here we go. Let's start the second half. 65-51. Tough road ahead for the Pistons here on the road. And rolling a 1 is not going to help them out at all. So they will only pick up 5 points, and they pick up 9. So the Bulls are running away with this game. 5-1. You can't be rolling 1s. Only 6 points there, and they pick up 9 more. So Jordan and company are really hammering away on the Pistons. They finally get a decent roll, but that might be too little too late as they roll 11. The offense continues for the Bulls. They are wiping the floor with the Pistons. And the third quarter ends with a decent offensive output, but they don't pick up much ground at all. And after 3 quarters here in Chicago, 103-79. So they'll pick up 6 more points. 5 more points. And that'll about do it here. 4 and 1 is 5 minus 2 is 3. And a 62 over here. And the Bulls with an impressive win tonight over the Pistons. And they got one more roll just for ha-has here. It's not very funny if you're a Pistons fan. They will walk out of Chicago with a big loss, hoping to turn things around at home. So after game 1 here in Chicago, big win for the Bulls, 128-102 as I'm playing basic mode of regular season basketball. I will set this up and start keeping stats again. I just love playing the basic mode here. It's really fun. But I will do it again and keep some stats. Okay, so now let's go to Detroit. Let's see if the Pistons can turn things around now that Chicago on the road is not nearly the team they were at home. So let's kick things off here with our first roll. We will do the rest chart again. So for the Bulls, it's a 4 and a 3. So they pick up 5 and a 2 and a 6, and that gives them 6. 6-5 Detroit. So no rest chart modification with a 4 and a 3. And a 2 and a 6, and there's no modification for Detroit either, so the rest chart does not come into play. In case you're wondering, Bedford, Henderson, and Blanks are not playing for Detroit, and for Chicago, Williams, S. Williams, is not playing for Chicago. So here's our next roll, a 4 and a 5 for both teams. 4 and a 5 gives them 8. A 4 and a 5 gives them 7, and we are tied at 13. Ooh, still a close game here. 6 and a 4 gives them 8 points. And a 6 and a 5 gives them 10 points as Detroit hangs on to a 2-point lead 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1 and a 3 now. Gives them 4 points. And 3 and a 5 gives them 8. So a big rebound here by the Pistons at home. They lead this one 31-25 after the first quarter. Big come out, though. Big comeback here as they come out of the break. 8 points and 7 points. Actually, make it 5 points. So coming back now, the Bulls coming out of the break with a 3-point advantage. Oh, big, though. Look at this. 3 and 2 is 5. And they roll the boxcars. 12 points. Pistons taking it to them now. They lead by 10. 2 and a 4 gives them 4 points. And a 3 and a 2 gives them only 3 points. 51-42, last roll of the half. And identical 3-6 rolls. So, as we go to break, 9-point lead for the Pistons at home against the Bulls. This would be an interesting series to play if you played a 7-game series. So let's go to the second half. 2 and a 4 for 4. And over here, a 4 and a 2 for 4. Teams even coming out of the break. Big roll for the Bulls, though. Jordan and company coming up with 10 points. These guys can only come up with 5 points. Another roll here, 36. 8. No, it's 9 minus 2 is 7. 4 and a 6. Oop, 4. 10 is 8 points. So, 77, 72. We're going to round out the third quarter here. 31 for 4 points. 24 for 6 points. So, Pistons hanging on 83-76 as we go to the fourth quarter. And a big advantage for Detroit at home. So 5 and a 1 is 6. That only gives them 4 points. 4 and a 1. That only gives them 3 points. They're chipping away at it. 63. That's a good roll. It gives them 7 points. But 46 is huge. That's 10 points. Only a few minutes to play. We're halfway through the quarter. 96-87. 36. 7 points. 3 and 5. 8 points. And I think they're going to pull it out. It's going to take a miracle roll right here. And they didn't get it. And so the Pistons even things up at home with a 104-101 win over the Bulls. And that was pretty fun. I enjoyed this game. It's regular season basketball, folks. Got to check it out. I'm enjoying this game quite a bit. I like rolling the dice. I like rolling a lot of dice. And you do a lot of dice rolling here. And there is an advanced mode that you can keep stats. You would get a sheet like this with all the teams on there and all the players. And you would figure out the stats. And I'll do another stat video here. I'll do a complete game with stats coming up on the channel. But tonight, after the shenanigans with YouTube tonight, I just wanted to bang out a quick basketball game and have some fun with this and play the 1990 season because I've been playing a lot of 70s and 80s. So now I wanted to get into the 90s here with Jordan and the Bulls against Isaiah. So, yeah, we had a split here. A big win by the Bulls at home, 128-102. But then Detroit comes back with a 3-point win at home against the Bulls and some 1990 action here on Dave's Classic Rewind. Hope you enjoyed this. Talk to everybody later. Have a good night. Oh, and this was not meant to be a tutorial for this game by any means. I forgot my disclaimer. This is me just playing the game and having some fun. I may or may not have made some mistakes while playing this game, but I'm still having fun. So we'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.